Time now for sports on 104.7 The Cave. Here's Ned Reynolds.
Mike, the intern, Ned Reynolds, in the studio. It's Tuesday. One of the favorites to go the distance in the World Cup yesterday got a tie with a country that's got a population of less than what? It's like 500,000 or something?
500,000,
it's crazy.
It's a little island in the Mediterranean. And in fact, it may not even be in the Mediterranean. It may be in the Indian Ocean or whatever. But Cape Verde, and this was, I think, their first appearance ever in the World Cup, played Spain yesterday. Spain's one of the world powers. Nothing tie. In fact, Mike, all the games yesterday ended in ties. So what does that do to the standings? Well, in each pool, a team that ties gets 1 point. A team that wins gets 3 points, and obviously none for a loser. So you had the teams, all of them yesterday, getting 1 point. Belgium and Egypt 1-1. Uruguay and Saudi Arabia 1-1. And last night in Los Angeles, Iran and New Zealand played to a 2-2 tie. So you have all ties, and this is soccer, and it's the way things work. The first game in Kansas City coming up tonight. Argentina with Lionel Messi. Have a huge crowd for that one. Playing Algeria. So indeed, it's the World Cup entering its first full week and will finally end in the middle part of July.
Yeah, in Group D, where the U.S. is 3 points and that point differential, having those 4 goals in that first game might could be a big thing for them down the road for sure. Serena Williams, her comeback in tennis continues. It seems like that's going well.
She has a new partner, of course, because Victoria Moboto, the young 19-year-old from Canadian, has a knee injury that's probably going to put her out for the rest of the year. So Serena, to continue her comeback, had to get a new doubles partner, and she did yesterday with the 10th-ranked women's player in the world, Karolina Muchova. And those two will team up and play today in Berlin. Serena is getting ready for Wimbledon. She has a wild card entry in Wimbledon, 45 years old, making a comeback, and still very capable tennis player. We'll see how everything works out with a new partner.
The 2026 Men's College World Series continues this week in Omaha. Who got the dub yesterday?
Well, say so long to the Crimson Tide. They are out of there. Yep. Texas belted them yesterday 14-2, so the Tide is now out of the tournament. The other game, which was a winner's bracket contest last night that everybody was looking forward to, Georgia, which is a national power in baseball, number 1 team in the country, playing Oklahoma, which is a surprise entry. Oklahoma won it 4-3. So Oklahoma continues in the winner's bracket. They will play, to my knowledge, the way it works is play again tomorrow night. And if they win on Wednesday night, then they're into the semifinals. But we'll see what happens. 4-3, Oklahoma putting Georgia into the loser's bracket. Rather surprising development in Omaha.
So the drama in Texas continues. What's interesting to me about this whole situation is that through all this uproar and conversation and all this kid is going to get paid like $5 million. He'll never even have to touch a football.
Well, that would have been the case, but there has been a new development, and he has withdrawn now. His whole challenge is going to enter the NFL supplemental draft. And you're saying, what in the world is the NFL supplemental draft? Well, that's a very rarely used circumstance in the National Football League that occurs right after the camps, the initial camps are concerned, and it is designed for players who feel like they may have been shortchanged or want to take another chance and so forth. And it's, again, not used every year. I think the last time it was used was 2019. Well, Sorsby's going to enter that. He has until June 22nd to file for it, and he says he's going to. That ends the entire circumstance right here. Now there's no challenge. Now, what happened to Brandon Sorsby? I have 2 theories. I think maybe Texas Tech might have gone to him and said, hey, look, we're going to lose this case in court. Big 12 filed a court case yesterday to say, hey, we need to have our bylaws upheld by somebody. Can you do that legally? And I think those courts probably were about to say yes, and that means that Texas Tech would have been probably fined or somehow challenged in football and so forth and other sports. So they said, hey, look, get us out of this mess. So that is what happened, in my opinion, and Mr. Sorsby, it's no longer a controversy. It's all over, and Brandon Sorsby's done the right thing because this whole circumstance should never have taken place.
prayers and thoughts to the lawyers who are not going to make all that money now. St. Louis Cardinals back home this week to face off with the Padres, a team that's pretty much like them as far as the records are concerned, and held their own yesterday.
I can't believe, and this is paraphrasing Jack Buck, I can't believe what I am seeing. Dustin May, who pitched for the Cardinals last night, is, I don't want to label him a journeyman, but he's been around with the Dodgers, with the Boston Red Sox, and never a great star. Well, the Cardinals got him over the winter. He pitched a one-hitter last night and went the distance. That, in and of itself, what got into Marmol, leaving a pitcher in for the entire distance. That doesn't happen. Well, Dustin May, a one-hitter, struck out 9, and these are the San Diego Padres. Cardinals win at 3-0. And the Padres are in just an awful slump. They're a better team than this. They have the big-name stars on that ball club, and nobody can hit the ball. Dustin May, a one-hitter. Cardinals win it 3-0. Cardinals are one win shy now of 40 victories for the year.
Funny thing is you could say the same thing for the Royals. Can't believe what I'm seeing. Cannot get a dub.
The Royals, though, have injury problems, and they also have a disunity on that team. They should be a lot better than this. Washington Nationals beat them last night 7-3. A 5-run fifth inning. A guy by the name of Dylan Cruz got a 3-run homer in that fifth inning to kind of cap the whole thing. And who was the Royals pitcher? Mitch Spence. And he bore the brunt of the attack last night from Washington. So the Nationals get the win 7-3 over Kansas City. Teams continue to play. Cardinals and Padres will play again tonight. And the Royals and the Washington Nationals will play again tonight. So the Springfield Cardinals also in play tonight over in Wichita. Busy day of baseball coming up. And indeed, we keep our eye on a number of sports events around the world.
Well, now that basketball and hockey are both done, that's really it. Baseball and soccer, my friend. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.